What's up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I got your Sunday motivator today. And I want to give a big shout out to all the viewers that are gone with us on this journey. You guys are the real reason that we do this. Today we're going to talk about earnings, what I'm looking at this week, and we got the You Pick It, I Buy It winner that I'll begin tomorrow when the market opens. So let's get at it. What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. Listen, this is your Sunday motivator. We're going to talk about what earnings are supposed to be popping and locking this week. We're going to look at some charts, and we're going to get you guys pumped up with this week and how the market's going to unfold. But right now, what I need you to do is I need you to like, share, and subscribe, and I need you to come with us on this journey. There's a social media platform, and I know you got one of them in there on some sort of electronic device, so check the description out and get onto one of our social media platforms: YouTube, Discord, Facebook, Twitter, and Reddit. There's something out there for everybody, and I need you to be engaging part of the team. Now, as always, if you're ready, follow me, and let's go to war together, team. Traders War Room wants to remind the viewer that all content on this channel is for education and entertainment purposes only. You are responsible for every move you make within the stock market. Trade cautiously and trade carefully, but have fun and go to war. All right, team. Hey, big shout out to all the team members who are already on this journey, and you guys are getting all the alerts if you're hooked up on the social media platform. Real quick, sorry about the studio, but I told you guys before, I'm moving, and this is just part of the process, but I still want to bring you guys that great content. Now, let's get quit of the chatter, and you know what? We're going to talk about some earnings, we're going to look at some charts, and we're going to see if we can identify some things that might catch our attention moving into this next week and maybe a couple weeks near term. So let's check it out right now with the earnings report. All right, and what you're seeing right here is the most anticipated earnings thanks to Earnings Whisperer for the week of May 24th through the 28th. Now, this isn't all the earnings report. Obviously, some other things are going to be moving along with earnings reporting, but these are the ones that the big boys all got attention towards. And so we're going to talk about a few of these moving from Monday to Friday and see if we can catch some patterns and maybe some technical analysis type of chart plays so that we can get in early and get out with some profit. First one on our list that we're going to talk about is RIDE, ticker RIDE, Lordstrom Motors. Now, this is an electric vehicle company, and we've noticed that some of these EV sectors have been going up and down and kind of just being, beat up pretty much. And we see that it has a lower support in the $7 range and a high resistance in the $11.74 range. But we noticed last week it started on an incline, pretty, incline, consolidated, incline, hit that high at 11.74 and then started on its descent. I think that this thing is going to continue to go down, and I'm looking to put a put on this because I don't think the earnings are going to be anything spectacular, and I think it already was on a ride up towards earnings and is now starting to be one of those that people are taking profits on. And so with RIDE, as you see, I got a $9 put. This is what I'm looking to pop off tomorrow morning. Already got it locked in. We'll see if it takes once the market opens. But this is what I got going on for RIDE. I think a put is the best move, the best bang for the buck, and I think this is going to pay off. All right, the next one I want to talk about is AutoZone, ticker AZO. Listen, this we talked about on my video the other day. I don't think that this is going to be a loser, man. Every time I'm in AutoZone, it's always packed. Their online sales is crazy. And, every mechanic that I know in my general area, they all get their supplies from AutoZone. A lot of them have memorandum from understandings when they have their shops that if they need parts, they get their parts from AutoZone at a discount. So I think AutoZone crushes earnings. I don't think earnings have been taken into the stock last week. I think that it's on a descend currently, and it's a little bit above the 30 RSI and definitely below the midline in the MACD. I think this thing crushes earnings, gaps up, and I'm going to put a call on this. Now, this is expensive, so I'm definitely looking for a budget kind of move here. So I'm going to do what's called a call debit spread, and I got it next, and I'm going to show you what the move I plan to make for the morning. All right, so this is the call debit spread. This is the move I'm going to make with AZO. As you see, I'm going to sell a call at 1460 and I'm going to buy a call at 1455. And as you see right now, currently, as long as it doesn't go anywhere lower than it is right now, I'm going to make my max profit per contract of $330. If it takes a decline and it goes past the break-even point of 1456, then I'm going to start losing money. And my max loss with this type of spread is going to be $170 per contract. I think it's pretty much a win-win situation. Even if I were to lose my money, the potential for me to make more money on this at $330 per contract is definitely enough for me to say, you know what, this sounds good to me, so I'm going to ride with this tomorrow. All right, the next play we're going to talk about is INTU. Man, this thing has been crushing it. I mean, if you go out for the day chart or even a weekly chart, this thing has been on a constant incline. And in the video yesterday, we talked about if you can identify a trend, then you can identify patterns. And as we're seeing here, there's some sort of patterns. After a consolidation, it spikes up and you start to see it kind of come down a little bit, catch a little bit of breath, consolidate a little more, and then spike up. And that's what we got right here towards the end of this last week. We had it spike up and then come back down for some profit taking and then some consolidation. I'm thinking this thing is ready to blow, and this crushes earnings, and this thing either gaps up or continues to incline the rest of this week. So I'm going to put a call on this one. By the way, this is also one of those stocks that if you want a good stock for the future, this is one of those long hold stocks to actually go in on shares if you can afford them. But they're kind of expensive at over $400 per share. However, starting a position out of any type and adding to it dollar cost averaging in would not be a bad idea. And this is the call debit spread that I'm looking to do on INTU. As you can see, my max loss would be $85, but my max profit would be $165 as long as it goes anything above 433.35. And as you see, it's going to be a 435 call that I'm going to sell, and I'm going to buy a 432.5 call. So this is the play I'm going to roll with tomorrow morning. We'll see if it takes, and hope for the best. All right, and the next one on there, Dick's Sporting Goods, ticker DKS. Man, I'm a fan of Dick's, and I think this is going to crush earnings, and I think they're going to pop up. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing this go above that $85.32 on its way to $86 within this week. But who knows? We got to beat that $84.21 first. But next slide, I got my play for you, and I think it's a winner, so let's check it out. This is probably one of my more aggressive ones that I got going on, but this call debit spread is going to be a max loss of $13 per contract with a max gain of $37 per contract. And all it has to do is pass that 84.63 to start making that money. And I think we got a good chance with Dick's Sporting Goods. Listen, with everything starting to open up, people starting to already get back to sports, and the difference with the COVID restrictions, everything like that, Dick's Sporting Goods was leading from the front on that for sporting goods. Man, they had all the stuff in the range. Everything cost money. People were buying the equipment. Every time I go into Dick's Sporting Goods, it's freaking crushing it. And with people starting to get ready for summer, especially with restrictions going up, these guys have already been in the booming of the getting ready for summer business. So Dick's Sporting Goods, high hopes for you guys. I think this is a winner. Next one on the list, NVDA. Man, you guys already know what this one's going to do. This one is going to freaking crush it. And you see there's a little gap there. I think this gaps up to the $626.53 range, and we're not going to see that gap fill for a while. So this thing, I think, crushes earnings. I think this is going to do very well tomorrow, and I do not think that earnings was priced into the previous week's movement on the stock chart. So I'm looking for this to put a call on. This is the play I'm looking at. I'm looking at call debit spread again because it's an expensive stock. I'm looking to sell a $605 call and buy a $602.50 call. Max loss would be $100, but max gain would be $150 per contract. I think this is a pretty safe bet, and I would be extremely shocked if this one didn't come out green on the end. Next on the list, Dollar General. Man, listen, Dollar General has been killing it. They were at the forefront. Everybody was shopping there during the pandemic, and they got a lot of respect from keeping a lot of things that people needed during the pandemic in stock when all the other bigger chains were unable to have them. So Dollar General, you got my support. Look at that stock, man. It's been on an incline, and you see a little dip. I'm bullish on this one. I think it goes up past the $210 range, and I think it crushes earnings. And as you see here, this is my play. I'm looking for Dollar General. It's kind of a 50-50 play. Call debit spread. Buy the $205 call, sell the $207.50 call. Max loss would be 120, max gain would be 130 per contract. But as you see, it doesn't have much to move in order to get to the break even, just $206.20, basically a dollar movement in the price. And I think this thing does nothing but go up on the earnings call, and I think it's going to crush it. So pretty confident about this one. Think this is going to end up a good play in the end and be profitable. So this one's a new stock to me, at least. I'm sure you guys have been paying attention to it, but I was brought into this when my daughter was like, hey, man, I need to go get some makeup and stuff. And I saw this store, and let me tell you, this store is freaking packed, okay? And they got all sorts of equipment and makeup things, just, it's a woman's paradise, basically. But this brought my attention to it because I was like, man, this thing is hip, it's trendy, and they are just freaking packed. And especially with summer opening up and the mask restrictions going away, man, I just see people wanting to get, it's been so long since they've had to put makeup on and look nice and do all this other stuff. Man, people are going to go nuts, and this store is going to reap the benefits. You see where my support and resistance are at, and the next slide is going to have my play. So this one I'm not sure about, but I'm going to play this one because I just think they're going to crush earnings, and I see this thing gapping up hard. So there you go. You see my play. Max loss $20, max profit $230. This is my play, man. I'm going to sell the $317.50 call option, and I'm going to buy the $315 call option. This one is my go-to, man. This is what's gonna make me the most bang for my buck going into this week. And so I hope this pans out because this thing is gonna be a killer, and I see this just doing nothing but huge sales. All right, so there you got it. We got a few charts, we got some setups. Remember, we're more of a technical analysis type of mindset here. We're not too much into that efficiency markets hypothesis. I mean, both are valid in their own rights and to each their own, but more so we're training off of TA here, and we're trying to look for those breakout periods based off of the historical data and possible patterns that are associated with them. Now, enough chatter about that. Right now, we're going to get into the You Pick It, I Buy It. Remember, I gave you 5 holding stocks on Friday, and we talked about them. You guys were supposed to go out and do your research and see which one you thought would be the best bang for the buck in the future. And I'm going to roll out the winner. And remember, on Monday morning, at some time that's convenient for me with the price action, I'm going to put $100 in it, and I'm going to get myself a position in that share. So let's take a look at the winner and dive a little bit deeper into what particular stock that is. So let's get it. And to wrap it up, we had the You Pick It, I Buy It list. I gave you guys 5 SPAC stocks. There they are right there. And we have the winner, and we have the winner as Cova, C-O-V-A. And let's talk about Cova and see what they're doing. All right, and here's the chart of Cova. So you see it's been sitting there below that $10 range, which I'm perfectly fine with because that's a great entry to get into with these SPAC stocks. But what is Cova? What do they do? So let's see if we can find a little info on Cova and see if we can, get a little more in depth on what this potential merger could give us as far as forward thinking and future potential. All right, and so we've got Seeking Alpha here. We're talking about Cova, and already when I put this one on the You Pick It, I Buy It list, this is something that had my eye and piqued my interest. So I'm glad you guys did your own DD, and you guys came up with this as well. That means our minds are thinking alike, and we're syncing because the travel industry is going to explode, in my opinion, and it already has been on an uprise for a while. These recovery stocks, all the travel online things, people are going to start booking them. They're going to take trips. Man, they are looking to get out and use all this money that they've been saving in the pandemic and take those vacations they've been waiting 2 years to take. And so Cova, with this acquisition and talks with Ticket.com, with an Indonesia online travel company, man, this thing potentially has a lot of space to move. And I like this pick. And at the price it's at currently, man, this is a steal. So good pick, guys. This was one I had my eye on for a while, and I'm definitely looking forward to purchasing this on Monday. All right, team. Hey, that's it. Real quick before we get out of here, I just want to plug. Remember, right now we're trying to do our march to 500 members on Facebook. So if you got a Facebook or you know someone out there that is stock market minded and is a good, engaging, thoughtful, thought-provoking content type of person, man, spin them up and give them that link so we can get that. If we reach 500 by the 31st of May, I'm gonna do a live stream and I'm gonna do a gift giveaway to every member that's out there. It's going to be a random drawing. I got 3 or 4 gifts, and so any member that's part of the group can have a chance to win one of those drawings. So anyways, remember, here at Traders War Room, we look at the stock market like a war zone, man. The stocks and the sectors, those are our battles. We do it together as a team. We recon, we survey. We're looking at the battlefield as a whole, and we're making sure that when we go out there, we've got the best bang for our buck, and we're truly attacking, destroying, and conquering the market with A-plus setups, man. The alerts are out there, they work, and people are making money. So if that sounds good, come join the team, come with us on this journey, and as always, if you're ready, follow me and let's go to war together, team.